What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the last episode of this season of Let's Hoop. I'm kind of sad about that, bro. It's like it's in rotation now. Like it's a routine.
Yeah.
We talk to y'all every week now. This is last week.
Every Tuesday, man.
I don't know. We're gonna have to figure something out because you know what? I said last one. We're gonna have to figure something out. This may not be the last one.
Nah, I think we're gonna have something going on.
Yeah, we're gonna have something going on all season.
We got something in the pocket.
In the pocket. But anyway, don't go nowhere. Stay locked with us because this is gonna be a crazy show. We're gonna hear from the champions tonight. We're going to look at the top 10. We're going to talk about end-of-season superlatives. We're going to talk about next season and off-season. Another packed show for you tonight, so don't go nowhere. Stay locked with us because you are watching Let's Hoop.
Since we ain't gonna be back again for a little while, we're gonna.
You gonna enjoy it this
last? Yeah, we're
Bro, listen, y'all. Anyway, yeah. So look, last. I'm gonna say last because, like I said, we got something in the pocket.
Yeah.
But listen, y'all, it's been a crazy season. It's been a wonderful season. Playoffs was crazy, and then this championship,
but
lived up to the hype.
All of it.
I mean, in every aspect of it, like the championship. Completely lived up to that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from top to bottom, performers, Genius Art. Hey, yeah, you know, Genius Art. You know that beat should sound very familiar, my guy.
Yeah, shout out.
Yes,
sir.
Give a shout out to Genius. Hey, okay, so we will take this moment because I don't know if my boy been here this season, so we got to shout him out. Yeah. He has been scoring our SkyWest stuff since we started doing production type stuff. So a lot of music that y'all hear and the beats and all that type of stuff. Genius Art, a.k.a. Calvin Hobbs, that plays for the Titans.
Yep.
He does all the music, and he works with, like, some pretty big producers, and, like, my boy is doing it, which is why you don't see him all the time, because he's typically somewhere on the airplane, somewhere doing something with somebody. So, listen, hey, shout out to you, Calvin. Appreciate you. You know, you make us sound good, bro. So, you know, we jam out to you every week, bro.
Keep doing what you're doing, bro, for real.
Yes, sir. So, championship. You know what? Wait. Don't talk about it. Love to you too, bro. Top 10. Let's look.
Yeah.
Let's look at it. TJ looks to take it all the way, and it's good for 2 points. And we are already. Rodney with the lay. It is good! Rodney with the end. And Malik puts it up. And it's good for 3 points. Giving the Chargers. Mondo with the ball. Mondo attacks TJ. Looks to take it all the way. And it's good. All the way again, and it's good for 2. TJ puts up the shot, and it's good for the and 1. Ball. He'll shoot it, looks to take it all the way, and another and 1 play from Jason. He'll shoot it. Mondo looks to take it all the way, and Rodney slaps the ball, get that shot out of here. And That's the movie did.
And we can reverse it. You can reverse it.
Hey, and rightfully so. He deserved every bit of that move because that shot, bro, like in that moment, I remember because it was like, all right, this game pretty much over with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all right, let's go on to wind this up. I done completely moved on. Then shot through the Shaq. Shaq threw the shot up, and it was just like, okay, hey, the thing went in, and like no rattle around, no off back, like straight through.
Reminded me of the Lakers versus them boys. That boy, what's that man's name? Jokic.
Joker.
So that's the Jokic shot. You know, that's the Jokic shot. It was just like, I know where the basket is, and I done did this so much that I'm just gonna throw it toward the basket. Splash.
Yeah, that shot was, man. Marcus said that shot was crazy. No, it was. It really was crazy.
It was.
And I think also too, and like I said, this is what I mean when I say the game lived up to the hype.
Mm-hmm.
Like the crowd was so into this game, bro. Like you could literally hear the crowd. Even like on the live stream, I had people telling me like, "Yo, we hear the crowd on the live stream." Like it was one moment where I think Black Ice got a call that they didn't like, and on the live stream, you can just hear. Like from the crowd, I'm like, yo, like this is live, like this is lit, like yeah, the crowd was crazy, bro. The crowd was crazy.
There was a lot of people there, man.
There was a lot of people there, yeah, for sure.
I mean, wow. I mean, hey, shout out to y'all who came out and supported. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yep, slow down. Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of people there, and there was a lot of people watching online.
Yep.
So.
And all the players that came too. Shout out to you guys too. Just coming and supporting as well. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
It was crazy, bro. And then, like I said, like shots like what Shaq hit. All them and ones. I mean, like, it just was a great game.
A lot of action, man.
A lot of action.
What does it say? All hail to the champs.
All hail to the champs. Congrats, Chargers. Job well done. Hey.
Yeah.
I mean, but look, we ain't gonna talk for them because guess what? They are here. They are here with us in studio tonight. So y'all are gonna get a chance to hear them talk about their championship run. But we're gonna analyze and the game a little bit. We're gonna talk a little bit about the game. So, from your perspective, because I mean, the week before we couldn't call who was going to win.
No.
So, from your perspective, what did you see?
I saw, first of all, great game. Once again, great game. I saw a back and forth, and I saw a fight out of both teams. And my thing is. One thing about Black Ice, you have to kind of be. Malik was on the tap in. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
One thing I will say about Black Ice is a clever team. Mm-hmm. They're very, very clever. They get a lot of calls. They know how to, slide their body, move their body a certain way to get the calls and stuff like that. And one thing that I noticed that the Chargers did was by the end of the game, they had a good enough lead to where none of that stuff mattered, and I thought that was really important. Also, the Chargers made adjustments because at one point, Black Ice went up. I think it went up by 8 or 10 or something like that. Mm-hmm. Black Ice went up, and Chargers made the minor adjustments that they needed to make. Mm-hmm. And then the Malik show, what I'm saying? And yes, I'm saying the Malik show. Malik, like he just went berserk, man. Mm-hmm. Like he just was like, all right. We losing, so let me go ahead and just put team on my back for a second, and he just went off. Couldn't nobody stop. They put Black Ice put different people on. I saw Rodney on him. I saw TJ on him. I saw Josh on him as well. Mm-hmm. And they tried to stop him, but when TJ was on him, he just basically pounded him down low. When Josh was on him, he'd blow by. When Rodney was on him, blow by. You know what I'm saying? It was just, could nobody stop him. He had one of those moments where it was just like he was in the zone, Chargers had
5 players that just balled out.
They just balled out.
Yep.
And it's true. And then also they're playing against TJ. They got TJ in foul trouble. TJ was in foul trouble, I believe, in the third quarter. I believe he ended up with 5 fouls. Mm-hmm. And TJ is kind of the engine of that team, so that's smart, knowing how many fouls he had, going at him. The different things that the Chargers did to just adjust to the game to make it to their advantage. They've been doing it all year. Mm-hmm. They make those adjustments. So,
Shaq woke me up. Appreciate it, big fella.
Yep, absolutely. So, but overall, like I said, the Chargers they just stuck with it. And don't get me wrong, Black Ice played a heck of a game. Heck of a game. The score at the end was just kind of like the Chargers just went on a rampage at the end. Jason started hitting shots like crazy. Jason, he was on top 10 top 10 for the layups and stuff like that. And then, Shaq with the Jokic shot. I mean, it was just daggers that they were doing.
Shaq dominated the best game I've seen in place with
Yeah. So kudos to the Chargers. Like I said, it wasn't like that Black Ice didn't play well. I mean, Black Ice played a good game. They played well. They played like they normally play. But once again, as I stated in earlier episodes, what did I say about Black Ice? They gave up what? The most points in the league. So basically, they had to.
Baker?
Huh?
Say the champions when you refer to us, please.
Oh my goodness. Okay, the champs.
The champs.
But Black Ice, because they gave up so many points, and this was all season, they had to outscore
undefeated champs.
They had to outscore the Chargers, and they weren't able to outscore the Chargers.
Yeah,
because the Chargers had so much firepower.
Yeah,
and I think it takes defense to beat them, not all the offense that they have. So that's what I see.
Gotcha. No, I saw a lot of the same things. For one, and I was saying it on the broadcast, I felt as if there were two different paces happening. I felt like, because, the energy from the game alone, I felt like that first quarter was just like, hey, just the energy alone. But as the game got into about that second quarter, what I saw, like I said, put some respect on it, from the undefeated champs. What I saw from them, I saw a bit more, what's the word? Poise. I saw a bit more poise from the Chargers. If you watch the two offenses, Chargers doing that without Khalil proves how deep they are. That's very, very true.
Like the ocean, boy.
Very true. So, on the Chargers side, I saw them come down and get in a half-court set.
Yep.
And they would choose what was going to be the best option in that moment.
Yep.
And as you saw for a minute, now I will say, James held his own. It was fun to watch them two go back and forth, but they were going to Shaq, and Shaq was dominating. Shaq was being true to his name. He was dominating in the paint. And so I think they would come down, see what was going on. Oh, okay, Shaq, he's set up, he's in position, his hand is up, he calling for it, give him the ball, let him work. Yep. Then another side, said after we played him, this best team in the league. Yeah, DeMarcus did say that.
Yeah.
And then, or Malik, he would see who's on me. Should I go by this person? Should I penetrate and kick out? Whatever. And I'm going to tell you somebody else on the Chargers side that came ready for that game. Jamon Silverman.
Hey, man, that joker was like a bullet.
Bro,
you understand me?
Listen, he came out firing. He knocked the first couple twos. He got a layup, knocked the first twos that he put down. I was like, bro,
yeah.
And if you look at his face, Jamon is intense all the time.
He KG, bro.
But
I call him young KG for real.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
He's intense all the time. But Sunday, it was a different type of intensity. It was a more focused intensity. And it was just bruh, this dude is locked in.
He was on one.
Yeah, he was. Completely. So I think that's what I saw on one side. And then by the time we got to that second quarter with Black Ice, literally whoever got the rebound tried to coast to coast. And it was Black Ice's pace was just go, which I feel is uncharacteristic for Black Ice because they are a cerebral team as well. They have a lot of veteran players. They have a lot of talent on their team. And so I feel like you got a point guard on the other end that will also pick his spots. You have, Rodney, who is the battery. Right. You got Rodney on the other side. Jamon didn't even smile after we won because he was mucking the trophy.
He was. Jamon was serious.
Hey, that's so true.
I think he was still mucking when he got in the car. I think he's
Go Gadget for MVP. That is so true. Hey, but yeah, so that's uncharacteristic. They have a guard on their team that can make decisions. He can score or he can facilitate. They have Josh on their team who can score big fundamental who can score, can facilitate. They got James, can score, facilitate. Rodney, he can score, rebound, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have tools over there as well. But I felt like everybody was just on, like, go. You know what I mean? Like, not let's see what we got. Everybody was on go. And then, here's the thing. Mm-hmm. It flipped when Black Ice stopped doing that. And then that's when Black Ice went up on the Chargers.
Right.
But then the Chargers had that burst. They had that burst, and they took the lead. And I believe Malik hit the three-pointer that gave them their first lead.
Malik Show.
He hit their three that gave them that first lead. Cam Chargers. He hit that three that gave them that first lead, and they didn't look back. And what happened was they didn't look back. They kept playing the same way, kept playing together. And Black Ice went to, I got to get a bucket.
Right.
I got to bring us back.
They were pressing.
They were pressing, and they didn't play together Black Ice basketball that I feel got them to the dance in the first place, because they were missing players all season. You know, their roster was changing. So the only way that they were winning, one, was with TJ.
Right.
And then also, you know, playing together as a team. Mm-hmm. Back and said, best championship game in this league ever. I concur, actually.
Yep.
I concur 100%. Mm-hmm. The ATL Flippers. What's up, Darius and everyone in the chat? Yo, what's up, man? You know who that is?
Is that from the Heat?
Nope.
Who?
You remember Derek? He came to the tryouts and he got hurt at the tryouts. He hurt his Achilles.
Yeah.
The one that would not miss a jump shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was when he tore his
Achilles.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
What's good, Derek, man? Hey, man, you know, I'm just saying, if you want to just come back around, you know what I'm saying, you know, coach, shooting coach.
As long as that Achilles straight, man.
Anything, any capacity.
Because, boy, you was wet out there, boy. Woo!
Yeah. Smoke Rob asks, has anyone ever won undefeated champs? Yes, they have. Actually, they did it back-to-back.
Back-to-back.
Yeah, they did it back-to-back.
Yeah, they went undefeated.
They went undefeated twice. So, y'all got to do it one more time. Then y'all can take that title. Black Ice played the game well, but the Chargers played lights out, and they saved their best game for the championship. I can't argue that. No. Literally, all of their players, literally everyone. I mean, Cam, dirty work.
Yeah,
he was living up to his name.
That's
like
my guy, man.
Getting these rebounds, all this stuff. Oh, he ruptured it. Where are y'all playing at? I'm gonna call you, bro. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit you up because that might sound like you ready to come on back. I'm gonna hit you up, bro. I'm gonna hit you up, bro. I'm gonna hit you up. But yeah, I agree. If I coach, we're not losing the game, bro. Yeah, we're gonna talk, bro. Yes, we're definitely gonna talk. Yes,
that's a good guy that's talking right there, man. He's cool, man.
Some of y'all may know Derek Douglas, so you know, if you know, you know. But anyway, yeah, it was. I agree. It was definitely probably the top to bottom, the best championship game.
Man, and I'll tell you another difference too. And you know, I try to stress this to my players too. I believe the Chargers, they were not, even if they felt like it was a bad call, they weren't arguing with the refs. Okay, Black Ice, they would hit a shot and fall and look at the ref, while the Chargers was like, okay, y'all hit the shot, we sitting 5 down. Since you want to lay there, you know what I'm saying, and look at the refs. I mean, we playing 5-on-4 now, so we got the advantage. Mm-hmm. And I think that was to the detriment of Black Ice as well, because Black Ice was they wanted to complain so much. Even the coach, he wanted to complain. I was just like, you know, y'all just play basketball, man, because it's gonna be some bad calls. It's gonna be calls you don't agree with. And I do understand that, you know, sometimes that when it doesn't go your way, you feel like they're not calling it for you. But, you know, the game is won on the court, you know, and basically if you do stuff like that, that can put you at a disadvantage when you know, lay down or if you fall down or something like that, and you look at the ref and you don't get back on D. So I think they kind of lost focus when they were trying to focus more on the referees than the game. And that kind of slowed them down too. And I think the Chargers was just going with what the calls were on the floor, and they were just playing. So that helps out as well.
I think the only other thing about that too that I appreciated with this game is that I think in the beginning calls were a little. You'll probably even hear me on the thing talking about he was definitely fouled, but they didn't give it to him.
Yeah.
Like so, some of it was like I was even saying the same thing, but what I appreciated most is that when it came down to it, this game was decided on the floor.
It was decided on the floor, definitely.
The referees did not have a hand in, swinging this thing one way or the other. Like, this game ultimately got decided on the floor, and that's what I was hoping for. That's why when that one call happened, like I think it was like early fourth or something like that, the crowd was like, boo, because we hadn't heard from the referees in a minute. Like, it's just been like straight up game flow. But then when that happened, it was one of those referee, you kind of
broke the cycle.
You broke the cycle, bro. Like you about to make the game against you. So yeah, it was a lot. But like
it was a dog fight, man. It was a dog fight. I just believe. Think about it. What was the final score? Was it 120 or 117 to 101 or something like that?
I can't remember the final.
It was something like that. But at one point, it was 91-91, bro.
Yeah.
It was 91-91.
Mm-hmm. Halftime was 52-52.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it was.
So in the fourth quarter, with a few minutes left, 91-91.
Yeah.
Like, it was anybody's game the whole time, man.
Yeah, I agree.
So great game.
Totally agree.
Great game.
So we've talked about the game from our perspective.
Yep.
So I tell you what, we're gonna take a quick little break, and we're gonna hear from our CW influencer.
Are the champs are here?
Yes, the champs are here. I wanna take it over to the champs. So we're gonna take a quick break, hear from CW influencer real quick, and then we're gonna hear from the champs. So y'all don't go nowhere, stay locked, because we're gonna let the champs talk their talk for a little while. Some of them are here with us tonight. So don't go nowhere, stay locked.
Hey guys, I know you have seen me around the games and I've had an opportunity to share with you in that environment, but I wanted to come on today and share something really special with you. We live in a world where people are extremely challenged, and one of the things that's challenging people is their thought process. I want to talk to you about the power of your mind. Your mind has the power to set you on a trajectory of freedom and happiness and love, or one of doom. Listen to this. You have 70,000 thoughts in one day. 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts that you had yesterday, the day before, and the day before that. So then, if all of your thoughts are the same, how can you have a new life, a new trajectory, a new sense of freedom, a new sense of wealth? You cannot. So in order to do that, you have to change your thought patterns. You have to think about what you are thinking about on a daily basis and choose to think something differently. Wherever you are in your life now, you have thought yourself there. I want to challenge you to think yourself into a new way of living, perhaps into a new job, into a new home, into a new relationship. You have the power to create your own world. It is your thoughts that create your emotions create your choices, and it is your choices that create your reality. How are you going to live? Come on, let's make it the best life ever.
All right, I am here with our champions. We are over here in the studio. Champions, the Chargers, 13 and
Hey man.
All right. Well, I'll start out the show by saying congratulations. Because y'all are undefeated. How do you feel about that?
Amazing. Proud of you guys. Yeah, the main thing really, we just all came together despite going through, the whole season for real.
Right.
And yeah, like, it's hard to win, but like go winless.
Right.
Like that's for real.
Okay, can you take us through the emotions and the thoughts during the final moments of the game?
Lit. The final moment, it was like
Yeah.
after Shaq hit that shot,
What?
it was like
Yeah.
everybody was, it was over. It was everybody was on the floor.
Right.
We just, it was, I think the refs, I think y'all need to sit down. He didn't want to take us. It was like, we didn't care no more. It was over with. We just, you know.
I think it hit me with like probably like a minute though, for real. Like, I want to say this Shaq hit.
Right.
I remember like up or something. And I think I had looked at Vontae. I was like, bro, like, we did this, bro. One time coming. So I think that really when it hit me for real.
That's
about that last minute.
Yes. Okay. Can you share a defining moment or turning point in the season where you knew the team was about to come through?
I say when Khalil was gone. Go Gadget for MVP.
Yes.
Yes, sir. KB.
When KB was gone, and the headline was, "Can the Chargers win without KB?" KB's gone. What can the Chargers do? Who's going to step up? I mean, we from top to bottom, we filled out. Anybody can do it. So
yeah,
we kept faith in ourselves, and we just went out there and balled, and the result was the result.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Shaq. So, number 35, you brought it during the championship. What were your defining moments at the end of the game? When you heard that buzzer, what were your feelings on that?
Just completion. Like, we kept saying 1-0, 1-0, 1-0 every week. And then when you finally get all your 1-0s and you still got an O in that column, it's nothing it's nothing better than that. You feel me? Nobody can say, oh, if we would have played them in the championship, we would have beat them. No. Y'all had all season to beat us.
Right.
You feel me?
And it for me, it got to a certain point. Like, it was definitely that game. You talking about the Wolves game, like maybe game 4 or 5, like when we didn't have KB. But it got to a certain point the way I knew, like, it was just always, can they keep doing what they doing? So it was just, part of me was just like, all right, they're gonna have to stop. Like, we sitting here and over, and we dealing with a hater every week.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because y'all showed
Or we dealing with doubt and dealing with that. I'm like, at some point, like, all right, we just going to just take it at this point. So a lot of it was like, if you ain't gonna give it to it, then
you gonna take it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Got you. Coach Shahari, can you share a particular game or play from the championship that really had you shook a little bit?
I can't. Nothing. I was never shook because I got faith in these guys. Like, they never, like it was never a point where I was shook. Never. Like, maybe last season I had butterflies because we was new.
Right.
But it was never one time I was ever shook. Because I got a lot of faith in these guys.
Gotcha.
And they have always come through.
Okay.
I'll go on record and say this.
Okay.
Me and Malik have had this conversation plenty of times. If it's a close game, we're not worried. We're not worried.
No,
if it's a close game, we're not worried.
No.
Yeah.
I got faith in my guy. I like my athletes over everybody. I got faith in my guys. So as long as it's a close game and it's still time on the clock, I like the Chargers over everybody.
Got you. Okay. So Shaq, what was the dynamic within what is your dynamic within the team?
Just being that guy we could fall. Everybody could fall on. Like, you need something. Hey, Shaq, come here. What do I do with this? What is this? What is that? Hey, if I know, I'm gonna help you out. I just, whatever y'all need me to do, I'm here. Y'all need me to come score 20? All right, I'll do that. You want me to just rebound and just yell on the bench? All right, I'll do that. We gonna win? All right, cool. Come on.
Yeah.
I just want to win. That's all that matters.
All right, Corey, can you speak to that as well?
As far as with his defining, I mean, like, just we knew what we needed even coming into this season, and so like I was just like, we need a Shaq type player,
right?
So like, everything just went so divine,
right,
lined up the way like this man really named Shaq for real.
You
see what I'm saying?
Right.
So like,
right.
So I knew then.
Right.
I said, okay, well, this finna be something, but nah, man, just how he bought in, like, really, like, immediately was like the main thing. Just seeing how he got along with the team, how he bought into what we were trying to do. Knew his role, said, Then I like how he started to become like a leader too.
Right.
For real, like later as the season kept going. So I mean, it's just testament to just what we doing over here for real.
Got you. All right, Shaq, do you have any pregame rituals that you do before your game?
Music
Music
is a must. gotta have some music. Gotta tune out the crowd. Gotta tune out everybody else. If folks trying to tell you, hey, you need to do this, just let me work out. Stretch. Gotta stretch. I ain't a high schooler no more, so that back in them knees be. But just stretching and trying to stay in my head. You know, just stay the course. Just know what I gotta do and go execute.
Got you. All right, coaches, Coach Shahari, Coach Soran, what are some of your rituals that you do to motivate your team to get them through the game?
So sometimes before the game, I'll try to drop something in the group chat. You know, something motivational or something try to fun. You know, something funny.
Right.
To just get them pumped up a little bit. Or it can be something that somebody may have said.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like they tried them. And I definitely drop it in there.
Right.
You know.
JT, you'll cover that heat.
And I'm definitely let them know. You know?
Right.
And you know, don't put it here. Definitely put it on the court.
Right.
You know, and they bring it.
Right.
They definitely gonna bring it to the court.
Thanks. I mean, for me, it's more so I just like to kind of go with the flow. I don't really try to change too much. I mean, like we always started it. We do meet in the back before every game. Like we were doing this at the old spot.
Right.
So as long as we do that, I can just get a feel for everybody. And I like, really for me, I like to see how they warm up. So I think that's something that I can just kind of, I'm like, as long as I'm even killed. And that, it was just something about Sunday. I just knew just how they were warming up. I said, like, you're not losing the game. Like, you can't pay me to tell me we're going to lose the game. Like, it just, so I can just get a feel for that energy. I think, like, that's important. And as far as, like, nervousness and all that, really don't really see too much of it. But it's about just our focus. But, like, you know, like, just the confidence being there, too, with the team. So, I really try to stick to that for the most part. And if I got something to say, you know, like I will say it.
Right.
But, I mean, never try to do too much before the game, though.
Right. Okay, tell me this. What was the difference between last season and this season that changed the, you know, your motivation for this game, you know, for this season? You. Speak to it, Shaq.
Let go.
Come on.
Lee, no, AB, who else we got? Ant, E, Javon, Jason, Vontae, Jamal,
Green.
I said Jamal, Mondo,
Yes.
Corey, Cam,
Cam.
Don't forget my boy Malik.
Players, that's what changed from last season. We got
Yeah.
this 10. We rocked out with this 10.
Yes.
The 10 that bought in and wanted to win, we won. That's
True.
That's all it was.
True. Coach.
He answered it, but I'm gonna say, me and Corey, and we really like, you know, we tried to build this team, you know, and we handpicked these guys,
Right.
you know, and it really started with me and him,
Yes.
because we, you know what I'm saying, it was like we didn't see eye to eye all the time, and a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes things,
Right.
you know, and about what go on, and so and it took a lot of, we got this out the mud.
Sorry.
Sure.
And so and it was like it wasn't handed to us, so it was a lot of work that was put in, but you know, the faith that we have with these guys,
Right.
and he right, the guys that all these guys that came aboard,
bringing these studs in here like that, man. Like, you know, that too. But like, I think for me personally, I would say like experience. Like,
Okay.
So just being in like playoff games last year, maybe a couple games like the season before, just going through game scenario, game situation, like that's gonna be your best teacher. Period.
Right.
Like just the experience that you get. So like so just putting the team together, already having the core to work with.
Right.
Anyway, building on top of that, having the experience, even just getting better like a leader too at the same time, and like just being straightforward. That's number one. Gonna be straightforward, direct, like, and do all that. Y'all communicate. Just keep everybody on the same page for real. So that really what I would say probably would be the biggest difference from last year.
Right. When I was at the game Sunday, I was watching the camaraderie, you know, between, you know, the coaches and the players, and I love that dynamic that you guys have with each other. Was that tough to do? you know, from last season to this season?
I mean, it went up a lot from, but I think I mean, we always talk about it. I mean, it's like for me, I think it's just like when you truly genuine for real. I think you can't really fake that. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people, and I'm I mean, you know what I'm saying? I can't speak for in the league. I can't speak for our haters or whatever. But I think they, if they don't like us, it's probably because they think we faking what we got going. But I think if we genuine and we the one picking people, then we gonna probably do our best job at picking the right people. It ain't saying we always perfect, but it you really can't fake that consistently. You know what I'm saying? So for it to show like that, we ain't just doing that just to be that's really who we is for real. On and off the court, you just happen to get smacked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On the basketball court, and we still genuine about it. But,
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But that, to me, I think that's just what it is, though. It's just try to get authentic people, and and we always talk about that too. We'll even come down a skill level if you authentic and you can be corrected, you coachable, and you just genuine for real, and you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's me.
Okay, so what are y'all's plans for next season?
Be lined up. Be lined up across your own side, you know what I mean?
Hey.
Yeah.
What you got, shit?
What you got? I know you're enjoying the
Repeat,
victory.
13
repeat. Got you.
Yeah.
13 14 15
Yes.
However many games you gotta go through.
I would just say 1-0 every week.
Yeah.
Right.
Might as well get changed. That's the charge of culture now.
Right.
1-0.
1-0 every
That's
week.
the charge
We're
of
gonna keep
culture.
it like that.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Well, reflecting on the championship victory, what advice would you give to the upcoming young coaches that's coming on the scene? What advice would you give to them?
I would just say, number one, stick with it and communicate and be real. You got to be real, and you got to learn how to be The best way to say this, you could be wrong. It's okay to be wrong and be corrected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna be right all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can make a mistake. You know, and your players will respect you when you know what I'm saying, they know you made a mistake.
Right.
You know, because you're human.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you can fess up to that.
Right.
So I would just say, you know, they like that. People, I would say, as long as you're relatable.
Right.
That's what I'm looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
Got you.
That's probably the biggest thing too. Make sure that you are relatable. You ain't really just too out of position and just you know what I'm saying. You don't want to not do enough, but you don't want to be trying too hard.
Right.
At the same time too, and whatever you got, just build on top of that. And the more cliche people like to say, trust the process. Do that though. You know what I'm saying? But don't be afraid to change nothing either though. But just so I think at the end of the day, I mean, like you say, because I'm still learning too. But be willing to learn and just really be humble, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, perfect. Shaq?
I mean, from a player standpoint, just trust your players. You can't do it for them. You got to put 5 on the court, and they got to perform. Ain't too much more to say. Just believe in your guys, man.
Right.
If somebody tell you they can do something, throw them in there. Give them enough rope to hang themselves. If a guy want a chance, give him a chance. So.
And they can't buy in if you ain't selling nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
You got to be selling something.
All right, Shaq, looking ahead, how do you plan to continue your growth as a player and to contribute to the team's success for next season?
I'm going to just say this without giving up too much. Sky West in trouble next year. This offseason is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's getting scary. It's going to get scary.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
So you're not going to say too much on it?
Nah.
No.
They going to see it.
Oh, okay.
They going to see it.
Show and tell, right?
Yeah. When you see another gold ball right next to this one, you know.
Yeah. And y'all sitting out here, right? Got you. All right, let me say this. Do you have any messages for the teams that y'all played this season?
Good season.
13-0.
Yeah. I mean,
what else can be said?
Okay.
Many tried.
Okay.
Not any succeeded, but I mean,
with respect.
No disrespect. Yeah, no disrespect.
With respect, because we respect,
you know. A lot of teams gave us some good games. So it's like, it's just who wanted it more. And we ended up winning.
Whether we won by a lot or we won by a little bit.
Right.
But at the end of the day,
y'all still won.
We had a lot of the best games of the season. They got our name on it. That's all I'm saying.
For sure. Awesome. Well, lastly, could you share a message to your fans and your supporters that came out and cheered you guys on?
we love y'all.
Yeah,
It seemed like we only had some on Sunday.
After the clock hit 0. We love y'all.
We love y'all.
We love everybody that supported the Chargers. We love all y'all, like for real.
And the hate.
Yeah, that fuel us too.
Right. You know, it's always good to have a hater. That means you're doing something, right?
Yeah.
But you know, like you said, it is folk in the league that even players, they support her, they rock with her too. Some coaches that, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's, you know, it's always going to be love. It never no personal. It was just business.
Right.
And that was business we definitely had to stand on. Like, that whole in the way premise was for real.
Yes.
Like, so it didn't matter who got in the way. It mean how many times you got in the way. You know what I'm saying?
3, 2,
just in the way.
Right.
So, but nah, end of the day though, man. Shout out Skyway though, for real. The league.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, that's my thing. And like you said, but like, you know, I do want to say this.
Okay.
Cause I know everybody gonna look at us like we gonna be like they quote unquote hunty. And it's like, you know, you ain't finna hunt, man.
No.
Ain't nobody being hunted. Like, if anything, we hunting because we know that you call yourself hunting. And you know what I say, respectfully.
Yes. Y'all gonna show and prove, right?
Yeah.
Next season.
Go green, no?
Perfect. All right. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for interviewing me today. Congratulations. Y'all deserve it. 13-0. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
All right. Perfect. All right. So we will see you guys next season, and we're getting ready for a commercial. Thanks so much for interviewing with us today.
But we're back.
Okay. So y'all just heard from the champ. I mean, hey, salute to you guys. I mean, they best team in the league, top to bottom.
Yep.
Y'all proved it. Undefeated speaks for itself. I mean, 14-0 speaks for itself.
Yep.
All of it. I mean, it was great.
I said trouble.
So, all right. So, now we're gonna talk about some end of the year. Oh, I will say this though. So, this is some breaking news, right? For the first time ever. Matter of fact, this is being constructed as we speak offline. But for the first time ever, we are gonna have all teams this year. So they'll be announced at the awards ceremony as well. So all team Sky West. So first all team Sky West, first all team defense. Like we're gonna have those this year. So those will be announced as well. So for those that may not be getting like the superlatives, you may be first team all defense, or you may be first team, or you may be whatever. So that's gonna be y'all know us. We always add more stuff. We thought that'd be fun. We thought that'd be cool. So drop a little spice in. Anyway, all right. So I think to talk about play of the year and dunk of the year, I think, we need highlights to go through those.
Yeah.
So we'll start with, and again, I want y'all to weigh in while y'all weighing in too, I want y'all to throw some arguments in there too, rather than just a name. Throw some arguments in there, like why you think that person should be the pick or whatever the case may be. I think.
And we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
All right. So yeah, let us know why y'all think the person should be whoever it is. Y'all think it should be. So let's start with most improved.
I still stick with Javonte for that.
You still stay with Javonte?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Give me three. So you won't make your pick. Give me three people, and why?
Javonte, because even last season Javonte didn't get that much playing time. He didn't see the court a lot, but he still was a great cheerleader for the team. But this year he actually made. No, I'm saying he didn't play a lot, but he still stuck with the team. Like he was, even when he was on the bench, he stuck with the team. But
Backus, throw your whys in there, Backus. What you saying the names, but why? Why this person? Why that person?
This year, he was a heavy impact. Mm-hmm. Like he had a lot of impact on the team. So his 3-point shooting, his layups, and his defense actually went up tremendously this year. So I'll give it to him. Solomon stayed on the team this year. He stayed on the team. He is always had been something with him, but I think he found a pretty good home with the Panthers. Mm-hmm. Stayed on the team and was very, defensively. Obviously, it speaks for itself.
Block your shot rate,
man. And I'm trying to think of a third one. I don't know. I had to come back on that thought, man.
On that one. All right. So I'm gonna go Javonte as well.
Yeah.
For the reasons that you mentioned. I'm going to go Solomon, block your shot rate.
Yeah.
As well. But I'm also going to throw in who Mr. Venom just talked about. Cam off the Savages. That's actually a very valid point.
Yep. I didn't want to say it because I saw him say it.
Well, no. That's why I want.
But that's good. It is good.
That's why I want them to talk to us because they may give us something that we don't see. So Cam off the Savages. That's actually very interesting because Cam has never been sorry.
No.
But this year, Cam was really an offensive weapon on their team. You know what I mean? Like he was offensively tough. No, this is TJ. This is most improved.
Most improved, not defensive player.
This is most improved. So, but yeah, Cam was an offensive weapon.
He was.
Team this season. He was just he was just a glue guy. You know what I'm saying? He was a glue guy. He was their rebounder. He was the one that was going to talk or whatever the case may be. He was the bully. But I agree with Miguel. He was an all-star this year. He went from that to an all-star this year. So I feel like you can't argue with that. You can't.
Backus has a good one too with Bless.
Absolutely. Agreed.
I think Bless did a good job this year. He came in and disrupted a lot of stuff. One thing I do like about Bless is he can mess up, but offensively he might mess up. But he's the first one down the court playing defense.
Now Backus also says James Atkins is most improved. I wouldn't. To me, because I know how tough James is, it's like he's not really a most improved to me. I think James, he didn't get many shots this year. But I feel like James, honestly, if they turned him loose, he would probably really look like a most improved to a lot of people. Because it's like, oh, this dude can actually hoop. Yeah. But I'm like, he doesn't really. There was others on the Titans that got all the shots, really. So it's like
he had a lack of opportunity a lot of times.
Yeah, so I don't think it was a thing where James needed improvement per se. Yeah. I think it's just he's a good team player. So it's like I'm not if other people getting all these shots, I'm not gonna jack a bunch of shots as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of my thought on that. All right, so that was most improved. 6th man of the year.
Just correct me if I'm wrong. He'll shoot it.
He is a 6th man.
He is a 6th man, right?
He is a 6th man.
I'm just making sure, because I think when I said something about it during the game, somebody argued from Black Ice or something like that.
He is a 6th man.
Okay, I'm just making sure. So, yes, he'll shoot it. Definitely off the bench is a major spark. So I would go with him. Who else?
I'm going to go with Solomon for best. Solomon for the Panthers and the best defensive team. Yeah, Solomon for sure.
Yeah. And Tristan, yes. Tristan came off the bench. So, yes.
Came off the bench.
Definitely Tristan. Definitely.
You see
Tristan,
TJ's pick too?
What TJ said?
Deshaun off Black Ice.
I'm going to tell you something, man. Deshaun, like when the season started tapering off at the end, Deshaun was important off that bench,
Deshaun
man.
can hoop, bro.
He can hoop, bro.
He can hoop.
I mean, he hit some from way downtown too. Like Deshaun, yeah.
When he hit that one deep one downtown in the championship game, he was like, "I'm trying to tell y'all I do this for real."
Yeah.
We believe you, brother.
But the thing about Tristan is pretty. Him and Jason are pretty heavy for me. Tristan, to me, he's coming off the bench, but he's actually a starter.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying he does start. I'm saying he's actually starter quality. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Tristan is, yes, he's great. He'll shoot it.
Now I'm looking at, okay, I'm sorry. Now I'm going to interrupt you. Yeah. But I'm looking at people are just saying like Tristan gotta be, like Marcus said, Tristan gotta be 6th man. Is everybody watching? Like, I don't think it's as far of a runaway as people make.
No.
You watch the Chargers play.
Yes.
It's been a lot of games this season. Thank you, King. The Chargers would not have went undefeated this season without he'll shoot it. I agree.
So
I totally agree.
So this is what it all boils down to. Yes, Jason shook the league up. That's true.
Absolutely.
But this is what it boils down to me. Tristan came in and gave you a offensive presence, right?
Y'all counted him out in the league, and he torched everybody.
Yes.
Hey, that's true. That is so true.
That's true. So
Chargers don't win.
Yeah, and this is coming from TJ, who was an MVP candidate, and actually Jason had to play him sometimes.
Mm-hmm. He said
Jason,
Baker as well.
This is the thing with Tristan. Like I said, you got your points, you got your rebounds, and Tristan's just a workhorse, right? But Jason,
I ain't play, bro. Jason, no.
But Jason is not only the stats. It's the little nuances that people don't pay attention to. The energy that people don't pay attention to. Like Jason comes in and it's just like he changes stuff, man.
We still go undefeated.
But what I'm saying is like when he comes in, it's a different spark.
Yeah. When
Tristan came in, it's like, okay, we know what Tristan's gonna do for us. That's why the argument with Jason is just like it's the Chargers. Mm-hmm. When they needed to recharge, who they put in the game?
Jason.
And Jason comes in and does what? He'll hit you, he'll hit a three. He gonna throw a nice pass. And his defense is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just hard for me to argue against Jason. But
now
I still think Tristan is up there too.
And I'll tell you, for me, Tristan, this is going to throw a little monkey wrench in some people's, in some people's plans or whatever the case may be. But Tristan is actually my third for MVP.
Wow.
That's why he's not in my 6-man category.
I got you.
Because, I think the Blazers, a lot of attention goes to Geno and Black Lightning, and rightfully so.
Yes.
Let me say that. Rightfully so.
Yes.
But I think statistically, I believe that Tristan led that team in scoring and rebounding this year.
He's most consistent.
And consistency. And if you look at the numbers across the board, and so when you ask the question, do the Blazers look significantly different without Tristan? And to me, when you talking about the MVP, you talking about the player that if you take this person off that team,
what's that team gonna be like?
What will that team be? And not to say that they will not win, but Tristan is like that motor guy for them as well. Black Lightning can be as well, but when it comes to the dirty work and both sides of the ball, I think Tristan is kind of that guy. So that's why for me, I don't have Tristan in the 6-man running because for me, he's in my MVP running. But we ain't talking about MVP yet. So, but 6-man definitely.
He's up there.
He's definitely up there.
He's up there.
So I'm gonna go Jason. I will go Tristan just for the sake of the list.
Right.
And then for my third, for 6-man, I don't know, man. That third, but I you know what? I'm gonna go Baker.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because like I said, he typically is the one when I'm watching Chargers games, and the Chargers be in control of the game. He said we didn't have Tristan versus Global. You mean against the team that, no disrespect, Global, but against the team that was 0-10?
Move on, Darius. Let's move on.
I'm sorry. No disrespect, Global. Y'all know where we at.
But
he just did that like, okay. All right. What was my thought? That snatched me clean out my thought. Where was I at? Oh, yeah, Baker. Typically when the Chargers are, they kind of in that mode or whatever the case may be, they already dominate the game. Then Baker walks over to the table and it's like,
they got another one.
Another one? Like him? He didn't start? Right. Like, oh, snap.
So specifically in the championship game.
Specifically in the championship.
So Rodney is a bully. You understand what I'm saying? For Black Ice?
He's an enforcer. Like
he is. Mm-hmm. And Tyler was like, man, they should probably put Baker in. And I was like, you're right. And like 1 minute later, they put Baker in. I tapped Tyler. I was like, hey, they put him in. You know what I'm saying? And listen, when I tell you, Rodney went up against Baker, little bump, Baker didn't move. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yeesh. So it really, his size and strength really comes in handy, man, when it comes to them, man. I'm telling you. So
TJ said, bro, that was my exact thought when Baker came off the bench. Chargers legit 10.
Exactly. So I'm just saying, like, with Rodney, one of the main things with him is he scores a lot of baskets close to the basket. He's not as efficient.
Okay. I was wrong. Hey, I take that back, Miguel. That's my bad. I did misunderstand. He said, basically, he's saying that they didn't have Tristan against Global, and Global actually was like, remember that game was kind of close for a while.
Oh yeah.
So basically he's saying Tristan. My bad, that was on me. I thought you were saying like y'all beat them. I was like, what? Yeah. But no, you're absolutely right. That's
way to explain that, because we were a little confused.
Yeah, I was confused. What are you saying? Yeah, I appreciate the explanation. Yeah, my bad, brother. Yeah. That was on me. And Baker is the captain. Everybody about winning. Yeah, clearly. He is definitely one of the leaders as well on that team, for sure.
Baker's been with us for a while too.
Yes.
Yeah, so yep.
All right, so that was 6-man of the year. Defensive player of the year.
You know where I'm going again, man. The guy that nobody thought was gonna do anything. He'll shoot it.
That's your defensive player of the year?
He's up there, man. He's up there.
Ooh.
He's up there.
That's a new take. Oh,
he's up there, man.
Okay.
Look, man, when he came in, dude, like he's one of them, man. He's great. Who else was I gonna name? Man, I'm having brain farts.
King says Solomon is a defensive player of the year.
Solomon, that was my other one too. That was my other one. He'll shoot it, Solomon, and it was one more. And Solomon's brother, man.
Joshua.
All
right, so I want to pose this. I had this conversation with somebody because there's two different types. When we're talking about defensive player of the year, right? There's two different types of defenders. You have defender, Solomon blocked shots, but did not have to go up against the best every night. So this is kind of my point. You have people that will sit at the rim and block shots. Then you also have people that will go 94 feet and can actually go and guard people.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you send somebody help side, they come up, they block the shot. It looked to the eyes.
It looked like,
that's the defensive player of the year. You know what I'm saying? But what about the defensive player that's moving his feet, cuts off this way, and sends him to the defender.
So people like Cookie Monster.
People like Cookie Monster. People like Jason.
Listen. Here with TJ. Appreciate you, TJ. He said Miles, which I can agree with too.
Mm-hmm.
He said Jason, which he agreed with me. But listen, Vontae. I ain't gonna lie. Vontae's defense, even in the championship game, man. I know TJ had drove. I think he passed Vontae.
Mm-hmm.
But Vontae baited him to pass him. That's how Vontae plays. And he got a block shot on TJ. Vontae does play good defense.
Mm-hmm.
He did the same thing to Dez this year a few times.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Malik said Jason and Vontae stood up against the best on each team every Friday or Sunday.
Yeah.
I can agree.
Yeah. So, I mean, got to put them in the conversation.
Got to put them in the conversation. All right. So now I'm going to go to the other side of that coin, right? Because I talked about the people that move their feet and all that type of stuff, right? But then there are also defensive presences, right? So you got people that guard, and then you have defensive presence. People say what they want about Solomon, but he is a defensive presence.
Because he's right there.
Same thing for Solomon, same thing for Joshua.
Yeah.
When coaches are game planning, and I know this for a fact because I've heard talk around the league when people were getting ready to play the Panthers, they game plan for Solomon.
Right.
Whether it be have our big pull him out,
right.
Whether it be, y'all got to make sure y'all get y'all shots up over him, whether it be bring him out and try to go by him and beat him to they game plan for Solomon, which says this man has a defensive presence. So you got a toss up here. You know what I'm saying? Where it could go either way because you got defensive presence versus defensive prowess, if you will.
Yeah.
Defensive prowess is what Javonte and what
Jason
and DJ, they have Miles versus the presence to a defensive effort.
Absolutely.
So, I think it's
to be honest with you, everybody that you can argue for any of them.
You can argue for any of them.
You can argue for any of them.
Agreed. That's why I say
I respect. Probably be on that defensive team that we're talking. I mean, I think everybody that people has named. Yep. What's the next one?
We frozen, dude. Oh, I think we're back now.
Oh, okay.
Are we back? Yes, we're back. Okay. All right. So the next one, I think, Coach of the Year.
Your top three. I'm just gonna name the top three.
All right.
Corey, Coach White. I mean, what's your thoughts?
Hold on 1 second, folks. We're having a little bit of a technical difficulty here. Coach D, I think some of the comments disappeared, so I'm gonna go back to my phone here and see what they were saying. All right, so
I said Corian, Coach White, and Venom, aka Miguel.
Yeah, Corey. I mean, you can't argue 14-0.
Nope.
Can't argue that. I'm gonna go with Venom as well. And again, I've said this on some of the podcasts as well. Miguel is a very underrated coach, I think.
He is.
I think when a lot of people don't really see, you know, a lot of people don't really see or hear what he says on the sideline. Mm-hmm. So I think that is one of the things that really, you know, I think gets overlooked. So I will go him, and I will go Coach White, because Coach White, I mean, half his team wasn't here most of the season, and they made it all the way to the championship.
Yep.
So when you have, you know, your key people, not just any old bodies not missing, but like, you know, Joshua and Rodney are two of the main offensive weapons. Mm-hmm. So when you have them not here, you know, that throws a little monkey wrench in your plan. So you have to figure something out rotation wise. So that definitely, you know, I would say would be a thing, you know, as well. So that was Coach of the Year. Mikael most definitely knows his stuff. Don't sleep. I agree.
That's true.
I totally agree. Totally agree. So, where we at? Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
Give me 4 of those. 4.
4?
Give me 4 of those.
Give me 4. Malik, Shaq. God, I'm naming all charges. Ain't I?
Right. Listen, it's very possible that this
Jason.
Rookie of the Year?
Bruh.
All right, now look, I look. Okay, I have to provide balance on this show.
Go ahead.
I understand. It's the hot topic. I get it.
Yeah.
But we cannot overlook people like Nick.
I was about to say Nick.
But I told you your top 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nick.
So we can't forget about Amari. We can't forget about Nigel.
Yep.
I mean, like there's others.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna name something.
We can't. I mean, Penn.
Isaiah Penn.
You see what I'm saying? Like you jumped Jason
Penn
all the way up there. I'm like, Jason is good. Don't get me wrong. Jason is like that.
I forgot about my homeboy Penn.
You can't forget about Penn, Amari, DeMarcus.
It's a bunch we can name.
That's why I say you gotta go for it.
I can't go for it, man. Let's name 20.
All right, top 5.
Let's name 20.
Top 5.
All right. We're gonna go Penn. We're gonna go. I'm gonna say for sure Malik and Shaq. I'm gonna say that for sure.
All right.
And I said Penn. I gotta throw DeMarcus in there too, though. For real, he was that guy.
Okay, so
and Nick,
Malik, Shaq, Penn, DeMarcus, and
Nick. That's all I say. It's hard though, man. It's because it was a lot of good rookies this year, man.
Oh, TJ, my bad. I didn't announce that one. We do have an all rookie team too. I forgot to announce that.
Yeah.
That's my bad. Yeah. Can't remember everything, y'all. My bad. But yeah, we have an all rookie team as well. So there will be an all rookie team. So mine, Malik, Shaq, of course.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Nick as well.
Yeah.
Gotta go DeMarcus. And then, you know, I ain't leaving my teammate out. Like he put us on his back many times.
Oh no, DeMarcus like that.
And I gotta go Penn for my last spot.
You said Penn.
I said Penn?
Yeah.
Wait, Malik, Shaq, Penn, DeMarcus. Oh, I did say.
You said Penn.
It's been a long day. My bad. Who that last spot?
It's so many names. That's what I'm saying.
My toss up for that last spot is between Amari and Nigel.
Okay.
Because I feel like they were both equally, you know, essential to that global team.
Yeah, that's hard, man. That's hard. No, did you leave Nick out?
Did I leave Nick out? Or was Nick my last one?
I don't know. Maybe he was. But you said Isaiah twice. And then you threw Amari.
Bro, y'all confusing me now.
That's what I'm saying. It's like there's too many of them. It's a lot. Listen. This league has a lot of good rookies, and it had rookies this year that made a difference in the championship game. Like, for real. Like, rookies came in and just really, really wrecked our league, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
Malik said me and Shaq showed why on the big stage. Absolutely.
I mean, true.
Absolutely.
So, like, I will say, you know, Malik and
Marcus
Shaq.
said I was quiet a lot this season. I guess can't wait till the next season. Man, you wasn't quiet, bro. We ain't earned our respect to the end of the season, bro. That's all.
But listen, everybody that was named though, like, and I'm glad. That's why I'm glad we're doing the all rookie, you know, all of that stuff, because it's so hard to just give the reward to one person. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard. So, but those two, Malik and Shaq, are at the top of my list.
Yeah.
Just because I mean you won a championship and
you went undefeated.
You
won a championship. You were all-stars this year. I mean, you literally just about racked up all the awards your first year.
Right. So
yeah.
I would say though that they're up there, but
that last spot is hard because you got Nick, you got Amari, and you got Nigel that easily, depending on the day, could get their last spot.
Yeah.
So all right, so that's Rookie of the Year, and last but certainly not least, MVP.
I'm still going with TJ.
3. Give me
TJ, I'm throwing Malik in there. Got to. I mean the both of those players, man. TJ and Malik, I mean, hands down, man. Just whew. Who would be the third though? That's a good one. I'm thinking about it in the way you was talking about. If you take that person off the team.
Give me 4, matter of fact. Let's do 4.
If you take that person off the team, you know, how will it impact? And I know you already said Tristan. I'm not trying to steal that thunder from you. Gosh, man, I'm gonna have to go with Josh on my team because if you take Josh on my team, bro, we struggling. You know, like we struggling. So I'll put him in there. That's 3, right?
Mm-hmm. I got 5 for you though, just so you know. I'm gonna give you my top 5, just like we've been doing with the others. I'm gonna give you my top 5, but go ahead.
Josh,
TJ, Malik. That's what you got so far.
Josh, TJ, Malik. I gotta. This is MVP, right? MVP. You go ahead and do some of yours because I gotta think, man.
For KB, he said we won without KB, but he shut some doors on some teams too. He sure did. He shut the door on us. I ain't gonna lie. We were one of those victims. He got us. All right, so TJ for sure, Malik for sure, Tristan, KB, and my last spot got to go to Dez.
Does he?
Because I know you said Josh, but y'all would really be in trouble without Dez.
That's true.
Because, I mean, you got to think about it. Come and go, different people that have come and gone to your team from the time I was there to the time.
He's been a constant.
Dez has been the constant. Dez has been like, even, Suspect came over this year. Josh came back this year.
Yeah.
But who was still the guy?
It
was still Dez. Yeah, it was still Dez. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, y'all look totally different.
Yeah, we don't have Dez. Yeah, true.
So that's why that's my 5. I got to go TJ, Malik, Tristan, KB, and Dez. That's my 5.
Yeah, that's hard for me to do.
Y'all ain't saying much about Rookie of the Year. Where y'all at with those?
You mean MVP?
I mean, yeah, my bad, MVP. Can y'all tell I'm tired? Like, I'm just all over the place.
I am too.
KB, our leading scorer. I don't recall a game he didn't have 20 or at least 8. Or at least...
and 8 rebounds probably.
20 at least 8. Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, it's up there. That's definitely up there for me. Now, we talk about balance, so there's no shade. We try to be balanced on the show, not, one-sided. The only thing that I think hurts, to be honest with you, both Khalil and Malik in the MVP race is how just powerful of a team they had.
That was the one thing I was.
And the thing that they pride themselves on is also the thing that kind of works against them in this argument when they say we won without this person. We were able to win without KB. We were able to win without so-and-so. We were able to win without
Shaq, because one game Shaq didn't show up, remember? Against the Panthers.
Oh, yeah. Shaq still owe me for that, too.
Yeah.
We built a whole show around that.
Yeah, so they had a squad.
They had a squad. And so my thing is, when we talk about MVP, you take this person away from the team, what would the team be? You take TJ away from an already depleted Black Ice team, what would they have been? You take Tristan away from the Blazers, what would they have been? You take Amari, not Amari, I don't know. You take Amari and Nigel away from the Global. Never mind, we ain't gonna go there. But anyway, you take Dez away from the Wolves. It's different. You understand what I'm saying? So not to say that knocks them out of the race, but I just think when it comes to making it be like by a landslide. I think that's what, for me, favors TJ, because it's like, literally, they didn't have James, Rodney, or Josh most of the season.
I've been on the TJ train for a minute. I think he really, really carried his team. Not to put down anybody else, but I think he really, really carried his team this season. And it's a season award.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? It's not a playoff and championship game award. It's a season award. And I think for the season, I think TJ just kind of ran away with that being the most important player on the team.
Now, what do you think about what Venom just said? He said, if we're talking about taking away players, you got to talk about Geno too.
Yeah. So Geno is a puzzle piece to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because Geno will score 40 and the next game he'll score 13. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's almost like Geno waits for those moments to shine. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost an inconsistency.
Beckett said that TJ did injured most nights.
Yeah, he did have some type of injury.
Yeah, he was injured.
Yeah. But I mean, Geno was in the talks last year, but just based on body of work, what you said about Tristan, I would say kind of puts him over the top with that.
Well, he said if you take away any key guy on any team, the team's not going to be the same. Yeah, with the exception of y'all.
Well, yeah.
Because, I mean, Khalil, he missed a couple games this season, and I'm not even going to lie. And again, this is no disrespect to KB. It's just the fact that y'all are just such a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
I almost didn't notice. It was just like, oh, yeah, it's like third quarter. I'm like, yo, KB not playing. Where the heck is KB at?
And
they're like, oh, he not coming today. And it's like, bruh, like, y'all.
And he's a major.
He's a monster.
Like, he's a major.
It's not like he's just like a little role-playing puzzle piece that you can slide in there. No, he is an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
But y'all are just that well of an oiled machine. I mean, like you said, we know how to win. I mean, again, y'all know how to win, but y'all got weapons in the arsenal to be able to win as well.
Yeah.
I can know how to shoot all day, but if I ain't got no guns in the holster, it don't matter. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all got a whole full arsenal going on and y'all know how to use it. So, absolutely. I haven't been 100% since the first time we played the Chargers, unfortunately. That's crazy. And that first time, that's how I knew the championship game was going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Because that first game of them versus the Chargers, that's what we didn't talk about game of the year. But it's all right. But that's how we also knew that, this championship game was going to be crazy.
Yeah.
I like debating this with y'all. It's cool. I like debating.
It's a good debate.
It is.
But like I said, I'm sticking with TJ. I mean, and to me, if you want a close second, Malik.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? He would be the close second because I think.
Shout out to Corey and JT. For sure.
Yeah, but I think that if you take Malik off that team, that's a rough one. That's a rough one because Malik knows when. He's a no-win type of player.
Yes.
He knows when I need to go. He knows when I need to get my players involved. Mm-hmm. He knows when something is working to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
and to me, to be honest with you, again, no disrespect to anybody, but that's why, it's toss up between him and Malik too. Because you take Malik off, even against the argument I just made with them being so stacked, you got to have a general.
Gotta have a floor general.
And taking Malik, to me, that was the major difference. Of course, adding Shaq was a huge piece as well.
Absolutely.
But them getting Malik, having somebody to really put people in their spots, and then, okay, I'm not putting you in your spot, but I'm just going to take over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when the time's calling for it. Like, to me, that was the difference in the Chargers last year. That was in the play-in, and the champions this year.
He listens to his coach, too.
Yep.
Matter of fact, him and his coach will work together.
They work together, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that right there in itself just lets you know how important he is to the team. So, yep.
Yeah, he said Malik's an MVP candidate. He didn't play against Global and the team didn't look the same. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You got to have your floor general. Got to. Yeah. So, like I said, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see when the votes come in as to who's gonna be what.
Yeah.
Which perfectly segues me to the end of the year ceremony on September 10th. So y'all gotta make sure y'all show up. Some people were asking me on Sunday, what do I wear to the award ceremony? So it is gonna be a red carpet event. So
Sunday's best.
So it's gonna be a red carpet event, whole nine. So I'm gonna be wearing a suit. I mean, you ain't gotta wear no whole suit if you don't want to.
So,
but,
so just think about a draft or something like the NBA draft,
or if you watch like the Oscars and you see the little celebrities lined up on the red carpet, they want to look good and all that type of stuff. Like
hey man,
that.
your drip though, like do your drip. Like it don't have to be like just a normal suit. Like do your drip. Like we want to see it.
Yes, absolutely. So whatever that looks like for you.
Yeah.
Wear that. But we're gonna come. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be just like an award show. So the nominees are. All that type of stuff like that, and then we're gonna have some food and stuff afterwards. So also your families are invited. So we want y'all to bring y'all families. This is a family event. We want to pack the place out and just make it real special. This is for y'all. So we want to appreciate y'all. We want to come together and all that type of stuff like that. So we want to make sure we do that. We are going to be sending out a link for people to RSVP because we need to know how much food there to prepare. So so we want to make sure we got enough for everybody. So just make sure y'all RSVP and how many people y'all think are gonna be coming with y'all or y'all inviting or whatever the case may be, so we can prepare. But listen, y'all, before we wrap up the show, the last thing we're gonna talk about real quick is next season and off season.
Yes, sir.
So season over with. So according to the rules, trade talks, all that stuff, it's back open.
How we begin.
So it begins. So it's all that's open now, and then for those that are watching that want to get into SkyWest, yes, we will be having a tryout. We'll be letting you know when that is. But prior to that, go on and sign your name. Go to the website.
Where's that at though?
SkyWest Basketball.
That's right.
.com.
Yes.
And sign your name up into the free agency pool.
Yes.
So that way you can start being invited because we are going to be doing some open runs and all that type of stuff before we get to tryouts. So that'll kind of start, when we start seeing your face, y'all can start meeting us, kind of finding out what the SkyWest culture is all about because we different than all these other leagues out here. So, you want to start finding out what SkyWest is, the type of people we have. So we're going to be having some open runs and all that type of stuff. And when I say open/invite, like once you sign up for it. So you guys sign up.
See what Backett said.
Well, he's saying report all trades to Woj, please, and thank you. He is our Woj.
He is.
So yeah, so we're gonna be doing that. So make sure y'all get locked in because listen, this thing is growing and it ain't just a free for all. Like it's getting tougher and tougher to get in this thing.
It is.
So you know what I'm saying?
More selective.
And for the folks that feel like, man, I'm just gonna drop off my team and go back into the draft, beware, because it's people that tried that this year and outside looking in. So just saying,
Hey man, this talks about like an East and West.
Yeah, we haven't. Man, listen, it's talks about East and West next season. It's talks of possible expansion next season. It's a lot going on. It's a whole lot going on. Like I said, y'all, we are just tipping the iceberg of what we are doing with SkyWest, and we are excited and happy to have y'all on this ride with us. We have to give thank yous as commissioner, me and Sky and Zach. Just thank yous for this season, fellas. Y'all were phenomenal this season.
Yeah.
We all know a lot of stuff happens in a lot of leagues and a lot of different places, but we're blessed to say that we got a great group of guys. We human. We get in each other's face. We get mad. Yeah. We got to pull each other apart a little bit, but we always cool ourselves off. Cool heads prevail. And y'all are a great group of guys. And we somebody thanked us on Sunday, and it's like, no, we thank y'all because there is no this without y'all. Y'all make this look good, and y'all are great, man. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all.
From the players to our staff members, to our coaches, and to our fans.
Absolutely.
We appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all so much. So we're going to go ahead and log this thing off. This has been the season of Let's Hoop. We hope y'all have enjoyed it. CEO, Talkmaster, a.k.a. SN. And we signing off for now. Like I said, don't don't completely do away with your Tuesday nights.
I'm trying to tell you,
we might
slip
one. We might be slipping something else on back in here that we're gonna be doing on these Tuesday nights. So SkyWest gonna stay live. We're gonna stay active. But until then, we'll see y'all next time. We love y'all, and good night, fellas. Good night, ladies, gentlemen, everybody that's watching.